All right, so I'm recording this on Thursday. The game opening day is Saturday. Georgia will be taking on Marshall, the Thundering Herd, and I guess the town is all excited. Opening day is always a big day. A lot of people expecting a blowout, but Thundering Herd was 11-2 last year. Um, who knows what kind of team they're going to bring, but
Oh
there's some bad news on the Georgia side, really bad. That the Victory Chapel, the bell they ring when they win, the chapel bell won't work. It's inoperative. It's being repaired
no!
right now. It'll take a long time to fix it. I don't recall the article, but it won't be fixed by game day. Might not even be fixed by the next game. I'll have to look into that. Pardon me for only speaking on peripheral knowledge, but at least for this game, there will be no chapel bell even if Georgia manages to win the game. I think that could be an ominous sign. What do you think? Certainly isn't a good sign. And how did they let that happen? They act like it was kind of scheduled maintenance. They knew things had to be fixed, and you wait and let this thing not be fixed by opening day? Who's dropping the ball here? All right, so the people in charge of maintaining the chapel victory bell may have dropped the ball. Georgia also doesn't have their top punter, still injured. No word as to when he might come back, but he definitely will not be punting against Marshall. And you remember Kirby Smart went on record saying that that was the most important part of the football team. So no chapel bell for victory and no punter. But we do have a new end zone logo. A new end zone logo. It's a different font. They call it the varsity font, and I've got a picture right here. What do you think? I like it. I think it looks good. Going to give it a thumbs up. Now, so I guess we're going to have to win the game some other way besides punting this monstrous Marshall team into a hole all day. We may have to break out the points and get the running game going and let the receivers catch some balls and get some receivers downfield and maybe try for some explosive plays. We could try that since we don't have a punter. But life goes on. Now let's talk about Marshall for just a minute. Now we've got our problems. We've been
No!
talking about them all summer. We don't know what kind of team we're going to have either. Nobody does really, except for Penn State. But Marshall has a brand new coach, Tony Gibson, first-year coach. They have 50 players transferred. They have 50 players transferred out last year. The 11-2 team has 50 transfers out. 50 players transferred out. 21 went to the same team as the coach that left. And so Marshall is starting over. Not quite as bad as that tragic day on November 14th, 1970, when 75 Marshall players lost their lives in a tragic plane crash, effectively ending the school's football program. They did eventually get it back and have had a lot of success, but we have never really forgot that tragedy. Still, people of my age still remember it. When you say the name Marshall, you remember that plane crash, and it's a terrible thing, and we don't ever want to forget that. But they are starting over. They have no returning player that's rushed for a single yard. They've only got 2 returning players that have caught a pass. If they've only got, 49 of the 65 O-line starts are gone. 1 D-line player is returning, and they have 2 running backs returning that accounted for 2 yards. The linebackers, 3 snaps returning. They've got that much experience coming back. It's going to be a brand new team for them. It was a good team last year, but it looks like it might really be a very poor Marshall team in terms of possibilities. But I'm not going to count them out. I think they're going to give us a really good football game, and I think if we take our time about getting started, like we always do, we might let them into a game, and we might have something interesting happen. certainly don't think that's necessary. We're 40, was it 55.5 is the over-under, and I think it's 38 is the spread. Shouldn't even be a troublesome thing, but I've heard reports that Georgia insiders are saying that it might be a little complacent there. They don't have the fire they had when they were aiming for the Clemson kind of game all summer. So you got to pay that price for not having that marquee game, something Georgia's had recently. So that's going to be interesting. And now we don't have a Chapel Bell just in case we happen to pull this one out.